We all know what time it is. It's about time to file them income taxes. How to maximize your income taxes in 2024 that you get the biggest, largest amount. See, you got three different people. You got people that owe the IRS, you got people that break even, and you get people that get a refund back. When you rather get a refund back? Now, I'm about to give y'all 5 different ways that you can get the maximum refund. And if you don't know no other way, pinned in the comment section, you can contact me directly and I got you. But with that said, I'm going to give y'all 5 ways that you can maximize your 2024 tax return to get back the biggest refund possible. Now, before I get into the steps, like this video, watch to the end, and let me give a comparison, a similarity. I see filing income taxes no different than a car repair shop. Meaning this, you can go pay thousands to a car repair shop that has them, everywhere throughout different states and countries, like big names. You get what I'm saying? Big name company. Toyota, Chrysler, Jeep, Dodge, things like that. You can do that. You can really do that. But you're gonna have to pay a lot in labor, a lot in the parts, but you're gonna get what you paid for and a guaranteed warranty. But if you're cheap or you don't have the money or you have a certain budget that you're trying to stay within, then we heard of drunks, crackheads, also shade tree mechanics. See, a shade tree mechanic ain't gonna charge as much as the dealership, but they ain't gonna charge as less as the crackhead. Now the crackhead will go find the part off somebody else's car. Somebody else try to crank it, it won't work. But shit, they'll get that part off your car, and you know how that shit work. So you can either get your taxes done by these big sites like TurboTax, H&R Block, different type of tax preparers, or you can skip that and go to a shade tree tax preparer, and they can do a little twinks and kicks, and they can maximize the things that I'm telling you. So let me say this before I get straight up into it. Thank y'all for bearing with me. Now, YouTube, I'm going to stay within the guidelines. I'm not telling nobody what to do bad. I am not a tax preparer. I'm just educating people on 5 things that they can do to get the maximum tax return. And y'all can contact me if y'all need information or need somebody outside of YouTube. I'm pinned in the comment section. I'm also in the description. But let's get straight up into it. I had to even jot down these notes because time is money, and I really don't have time to play. So let's get straight to it. All right. First, try itemizing your deductions. A little example of that, like one time when I was at a shade tree tax person and I was peeping out game, watching what they was doing. They was telling people like, you donated $600 to the church. You did this to nonprofit, right? Oh, that was work expenses. Oh, you don't have a job? Yes, you do. Here you go one now. You don't have a dependent? Hey, here you go one now. That's how it usually works. At H&R Block, they got to go by certain guidelines and codes. So, number 1, try optimizing your deductions. Number 2, double check your filing status. You can double up your filing status. See, people have addresses that you can use because once you file, anything other than head of household, you're not going to get back the max. So the main goal is to be the head of household. Now, see, you don't never want to bump heads. Using dependents, if somebody else used that dependent before you, if you can't prove that that's your dependent, then they got it. And then you gets in trouble. It's whoever beat who to the punch first or whoever can prove what first. All right? So, you want to be head of household. That's number 2. Number 3, you can make a retirement contribution. Even if you never made a retirement contribution. Come on, let's just be real, y'all. Y'all got people out here with no job they printing up fake check stubs. You got people out here that literally has nothing, but they're making somebody nothing. You got people that don't got ID, they using CPNs. You got people in apartments that's from whole nother countries that done figured it out. Man, where it's a will, it's a way. So making a retirement contribution, I know a lot of people told me on the last video, man, I ain't never made no retirement contribution. You don't have to do something to do something in 2024. I know people that's working in jobs that got degrees that literally never went to school, but their degree looked so good, they just faked it until they realized what they were doing. The most dumbest people are in the most important situations. Now, number 4, claim tax credits. That's self-explanatory. If you go to a shade tree person or hit up me, you could claim as many tax credits as possible. It just gets you more money back. Number 5, contribute to your health savings account. Now that's what y'all didn't know. Number 5, I'm gonna leave y'all with that last. Contribution to your health savings account. Do the math. Contributions to your health savings account. Now, y'all go look that up and get back to me. If y'all want a part 2 on that, then get us 5,000 likes, 50,000 views, then I'll right back at you. Now, I'm going to give y'all a bonus, number 6. I would go to a shade tree person instead of a regular person because they're going to give you back the bare minimum and you can get the maximum. Just make sure you trust the person and know what you're doing. Now, taxes should be filed, starting at the end of January. People should start getting their money back in February, March. The last day to file is in April. So money will be floating the first 3 to 4 months of this year. So either you can be the one that's giving out money, or you can be the one that's blowing money, or you can be the one getting everybody else money, stacking it up. With that said, why go and get a tax return for $400 when you can maximize it to $4,000? Why would you go get $800 when you can maximize it? Y'all will be surprised what a dependent and filing a head of household do. I done seen people walk into this company. They owe the IRS $1,000. They owe $500. After a few dependents and a couple of tax credits and a couple of itemizing deductions and things like that, man, they walking out there with $8,000. Now, this how it normally works. Now, I'm not giving nobody this information to tell them to go use it. I'm telling y'all to be aware of this. Now, what happens is, in the dark side of things, people will go broke around November, December, October. So they would sell their children's information and all this information because usually you want a dependent that's under 18. You get more for a child. Now, this could bite you in the ass. The risk to 1 to 10, if nobody uses the dependents or that address or nothing like that, the risk is a 2. But people been doing this for years. And you got to understand there's billions of people filing taxes, so it's hard to just catch one person. Now, I say a 2 out of 10. Now, if you use the same dependent as somebody, or the same address as somebody, because you never know when somebody's going to use somebody, then your chance of you getting caught is 10 out of 10. So you got to be careful. It's a lot of people out here that don't care. They normally work like this. You get them 200 or 300 up front, and they set up the account. Now, this is the biggest finesse ever. People will set up an account in their name that your money come to their name. I know people that have made millions. I know people that have made hundreds of thousands. I know people that don't do nothing all year round, but in January, February, and March, they just do taxes, and that lasts them all year round. These people make a big bankroll. And who's to say if you got 50 people in there and you got 200 dependents, who's to say you're not giving people the wrong ones or double using them? All you're doing is getting the money. You don't care about them getting caught. So be aware of what you're doing and know what you're doing. But if you could do it the right way, the legit way, or do it to make sure and double check that you're good, then you can maximize your tax return in 2024. I just wanted y'all to be aware of that. Y'all have a blessed day. Like, comment, subscribe. If y'all got any questions, I'm pinned up in the comment section of every video. I got y'all. Nothing but love. I holler. Gang.